Hey everyone, I'm going to show you today the new Jestor table. That's the place where you save all your information. So Jestor always has relational databases. So this is the way that you're going to add variables. You can add automations. You can create rules specific for your data and for a process. So basically, two things have changed. The first one is the interface, the different places that you have the buttons, the functions that you have here on your table, and most importantly, is much simpler than the older version of the table. And the second part is the view part. So here on the new table, you have much more powerful views because every view it's actually an app page, which gives you tons of tools to build the best views as possible for your data. So let's start with the table first. So here is the table. Now, if you want to customize your table or have any kind of additional tools for your table, here is the place that you do this. So table email, unique records that doesn't allow you to, for example, to have two John Smiths on your base, for example. Here is for automations specific for this table. And this is for editing the table itself. Maybe you don't want to see all the fields here. Maybe you want to order this in a specific way, and so on. Here you have all the fields. So the fields that you can add to your table, they are all here. Before you had here a sidebar on the left. Now it's everything on the right. It's the same idea that you have on apps. Apps also have the edition part on the right. Now you also have here filters, and the cool thing about filters is that we fixed something that you guys have requested before, that now you can save filters and the filter stays here. So if you want to just change and add another variable here, it will automatically show here the difference, and you don't need to open and close it all the time. Another thing that's really important here is editing your table. So here you're seeing all the fields that are displaying here as well. Maybe you want to move this on top, or you don't want to show the start date anymore. You can save, and now you have the information here. You're basically hiding that field. It's here. If you want to show this again, you just save it, and that's it. You can sort your data here or using your field here to sort your data as well. Another thing that's interesting, lots of different comments are here now. So copying the link, managing automation, reorder fields, form from fields. So here it's for the standard form. It's not for Superform. Superform has its own tool for that. Uploading data, managing access for this table. So you use the role function to control who can access this table, API for the ID for this table, and creating a copy of this table. Maybe you have to have two tables because the second one is a similar process, so you don't need to build everything again, and just copy this one and start from the same template that you have here that you build for yourself. So now a really important part is the view part. So if I click here, it's going to show this bar. Here it's basically your table home. So it's where you're going to actually work on your table. And the other parts here are your views. So now we already have 4 different kinds of views that you can add from scratch. So imagine if I want instead of seeing this data in a table, I want to see as a Kanban. So I can click here, and it will automatically generate a Kanban view for my table. So as you can see, one click, and I have here my Kanban table. And maybe you don't want that much information in your view, so you can come here and customize your table. It's an app page, so it's the same way that you are used to work. So you can just change here. Let's make it cleaner. Maybe I want to change a card color to I don't know, like yellow. And if we refresh here, it will just receive the updates that we have here. Also, of course, if I change here the information, it will also change all my table. Okay, so if I come back here, I can just use this as a view. I have many other ways to add views here. It will also list all the other app pages where this table it has been used. So for example, there is a template with the time off and is using this table, and there is a list view using this table as well. So instead of building a list from scratch, I can come here and add to my view. So now I already have an approval view with buttons and everything. And another thing that's interesting here is that I can add, for example, a form just for this table. And I can reuse this form in other places, but it already knows that it's a form for this specific table, so already comes with the fields. And the same way that I have with the Canva, I could come here and just customize this. So you can have lots of different views here. You can also access your table. It's a much more flexible and much more robust way to use your data inside Jestor. The cool part is that, as you saw here, you can customize which kind of views do you want to add here. And once you are done, you will have here also the navigation for your data. So the idea here is to make a table that's much simpler, it's better to use, and give you much more power to customize your processes. If you have any other questions, just send us a text or an email and we can chat more about tables.